Hi, this is James from Troll Music, trollmusic.com, and everywhere else we are, YouTube, Reverb, wherever, find us, we're out there. This is my basically after action report. I've had my B&G Little Sister now for almost a year. This is serial number 150722. So this is number 22. This came out on July 15th of last year is when it got embedded. So I've had it, it's now early June of 2016, so I've had it for almost a year. This is basically taken over as my main playing guitar. This is basically the one I play all the time. When I pop a string on this, I play my Telecaster. But this is a handy little bugger. I've been beating the crap out of it because I'm not a gentle player. But it's held up extremely well. It's starting to wear in a bit because some people are like, oh, you haven't had it that long. I play about 5 nights a week, 4 hours a time. And that's just gigs that I'm booked for. I also go out to jams and play constantly. So I got a couple thousand hours minimum on this guitar already. Here's basically what I've run into. So the nitrocellulose spray is starting to wear out nicely. I'm starting to notice it's starting to break in a bit. Like I mentioned in my first video, due to the strings I play, which are stainless steel 11s, and basically the bulkier winding around the ball end, I take a Dremel and actually make the slot a little bit bigger in the bridge, so I could actually get the ball end in there. Other than that, I've had to adjust the neck maybe one time. You know, I restring about every week. I've never had any issues with this. Nothing's broken, ever. I mean, again, paint chips and scratches just from play wear. I mean, it's what you're going to get, but this thing is held up extremely well. I play hard, I play a lot. I pull this out of the case, I don't have to worry about it. I tune it up and play. And that's kind of what you want out of a guitar. You know, a lot of guitars you don't get that. This one you do. I got this, I had it for about a month or so and sold my SG. I had a 74 SG I sold, so now that's touring. I'm like perfectly happy with this. Tonally, it's basically, if you're wondering, it's kind of like a Telecaster and a Les Paul had a baby. You get the chiminess of a Telecaster, but when you dig in, you get like the Les Paul rock your face off kind of tone. A lot of people, they complain about the heel, but again, it's shaped so shallow, you get used to it so fast about moving your thumb placement when you start soloing higher register. It just becomes second nature after a while. So the one thing I've noticed is if you ever break a string at a gig, changing it in an emergency situation gets a bit tricky with the slotted headstock, but if you ever break a string at a gig, it's kind of your own fault, because it ain't the guitar that's going to break it. It means you haven't changed your strings in a while, and you should do that more often. Again, it's playing the stainless steel 11s. If they break, it's because I haven't changed them in a month. So that's the only thing I've run into. That's the only weird issue I've had. I've added, like I said, I adjust the truss rod, and that's super accessible. The one weird thing I've noticed, which is not really a problem, it's just a quirk, is that when I change the strings, I clean stuff. Unlike Gibsons and Epiphones and everything else with this kind of bridge, these actually turn pretty freely. And I accidentally have to readjust after I clean it, because every time I clean it, I end up turning the thumb wheel. Because unlike a lot of other guitars, the thumb wheels, you can actually turn with your thumb. What a concept. But it takes like 12 seconds to get it back adjusted again. As you can probably see, the brass is really starting to, I got mine unfinished. A lot of you out there now, they have a lot more options available than when I ordered this, because it was so early on in their production process. Now they got the production line up and running, and you get a lot more options. This was basically, this is what we're making right now, but now you get all different colors, different paint, finish options. And basically that came from just seeing how they wear out. I don't mind it wearing out. I mean, that's the whole point of this guitar. It looks older, it looks vintage, it's got that vibe. And the brass is really starting to wear out, but not wear out, just kind of break in, get some patina on it. And that's kind of awesome. I mean, I'm not a pristine play, like the guys who polish it all day and then play it for 20 minutes, then spend another day polishing it. That ain't me. Grab it, play it, wipe it off, throw it in the case, and leave it in the case till the next gig. That's the kind of person I am. And this thing is built like a Mack truck. I mean, it comes off as a little bit dainty looking because, oh, it's wood and everything's finished like this and that. But man, this thing, you can beat the crap out of this thing with no issue whatsoever. I mean, I'm trying to do the neck bend you do on Fenders to get the... You can't do it. This thing's built like a truck. I mean, like I said when I got it, when it came out of the box, when I got it last year, it was still in tune. It had been in the air coming from Israel for 4 days. These guys know what they're doing. Highly, highly recommended if you've ever broken a headstock on a Gibson, if you've ever had your Fenders go out of tune, if you want the Gibson style sound, or even a Fender style sound in some guitars, but you don't have to worry about the weirdness of it, like the necks get wobbly on Fenders sometimes, headstocks snap off. This thing has taken a spill. It was in the case. I was wheeling in my gig the other night. Case went boom down the concrete. Nothing was wrong with it. Case was perfect. This came out perfect. Again, still in tune. This is not just a collector guitar. The price on it, some people may see it as that, but honestly, a Les Paul that's worth anything costs more than this. I mean, custom shop Les Pauls are $5-6 grand. This is cheaper than that, and this thing's built way better, way, way, way better. So again, if you're a serious player, and you're doing some serious road dogging, or just playing every gig imaginable and don't have time to worry about your gear and want the classic type sound, just really great, just vintage sound, vintage look, but still serious playability, you really can't go any better than this guitar. The B&G Little Sister is the way to go. I'm selling stuff off now to buy my second one. So trying to line it up so I can get like the next one up. There's still number 22, but like maybe 222 or something like that. So yeah, highly, highly, highly recommended. My next one's probably going to be P90s with a more figured top. But again, there's no finish on the brass, and it's breaking in very nicely. Again, I live in Florida, which is a swamp environment, play a lot of beach gigs, like I'm 5 feet from the salt water, and it just reacts really well. So highly recommended. Look them up, B&G Little Sister. This is my almost 11 months in, thousands of hours of play after action report. Highly, highly, highly recommended. You buy this, you sell your Les Paul. You always had issues with your Les Paul, going out of tune, or the headstock is wobbly, just screw it, get this thing. This is the way to go, I'm telling you. Yeah, this is James Albritton for Troll Music, trollmusic.com. Please like and subscribe to our page on YouTube, and check out our store on Reverb, and check out our website. So, trollmusic.com. B&G Little Sister, B&G Guitars, Tel Aviv, Israel. Good job, guys. See you next time when I get my next one.